Today we'll be discussing the career opportunities within the sport industry by me, Jamie Potts. The aim of this presentation is to evaluate the opportunities with regards to careers that the sport industry has to offer, including the trends of employment in this industry with regards to roles, salaries, and industry evolution, exploring what past and present state of employment is like, further looking at the prospects of employment in the sport industry. The current state of employment in the sports industry, according to the Data City, the sports and physical activity industry has a vast turnover of 72.7 billion due to the range of diversity within the sector. This is expressed through the categories of sports companies available, for example, emergence of health and wellbeing companies, fitness companies, performance sport companies. These are just a few examples of many avenues taken in the sports industry. Within the industry, there are 19,000 companies with over 440,000 employees. This data shows the numerous opportunities within the sports industry, and with the average company growth at 7% per year, we can deduct the employment opportunities are increasing. The sports industry has an estimate of 203,000 for sports and fitness workers as of Q1 of 2025, which is an increase of 7,000 from the previous quarter, which shows an increase of the market trends. The sports sector employs around 3.5% of the UK workforce, around 878,000 jobs, with revenues of 9 billion. Growth and the evolution of the sports job market, it consequently means the demand for expertise in digital marketing, data analysis, and the prominence of social media is more significant than ever. This gives sports companies the opportunity to increase their fan and customer engagement through digital marketing and therefore increasing their revenue. This will also introduce more occupations within this field. Career opportunities in the sports industry are vast. For instance, manager of a sports team, a coach, a teacher, referee, physical therapist, journalist, commentator, and jobs in sport marketing, sponsorship, or PR. This variety in roles demonstrates the opportunity available in all disciplines of the industry. To put some context to the state of graduate employment in the recent years, according to Statista in 2014, 22% of the fitness workforce have an honours degree, whilst 15% have a master's degree. With 37% of the workforce having a degree, it's important to discuss the opportunities that graduates have. After analysis of the graduate jobs in the sports sector, these are just some of the most common roles and the salaries that they offer, ranging from sports development, marketing, and operational roles that are directly involved in community programs, and others with athletes collecting performance data. Also, roles requiring operational skills to run clubs, governing bodies, and leisure centres. Further roles that collaborate with brands and agencies to creating events which can lead to graduates into event planning, fixtures, and volunteer coordination. With regards to graduate salaries, they are on an increase of about £500 annually, with an average salary of £34,000, which is a rise of 13.3% since 2020. However, the number of applicants has increased since 2023, as it has doubled in 2024, with applicants for graduate vacancies increasing 27% year by year. The impact of this on the sports industry market is key, as with less available vacancies and more applicants, the competitive nature of the employment market is making it more difficult for graduates and initiatives. Sports for Development Coalition have three main focuses, being to strive for an alignment of national policies and funding system which can develop local policy and practice, developing a common language around employability outcomes within the evaluation of sports for development interventions, a greater development focus on the sport for development workforce, addressing career progression, rewarding sport for development workforce coalition, providing lifestyles faculty, provide work-ready talent for business, and to transform lives through learning philosophy. Sport England have an active nation strategy to support employment in sport and activity in the best way possible. Through recruitment and development, Sport England has the long-term goals to become more customer-focused behind a workforce that is seen as professional. Trends that are on the rise in employment: performance, increase in wearable tech for sports persons. Athletes use sports data and analytics in training, media consumption and distribution. UK provides opportunities for business and media sales marketing by putting on major and minor sporting events. For example, Premier League broadcast to 1 billion homes in 188 countries, which hosting major events like Euros or the FIFA World Cup. There is a rise in employment in the voluntary sector. In the UK Sport Value of Events report, it states a 6-to-1 return on investment whilst providing job opportunities for skills development goals for 6,000 volunteers that accumulated 204,000 hours of voluntary work. With the inclusion of some short-term trends of immersive technologies, which provide more opportunities for sports companies to increase fan engagement whilst employing content creators. The gaming and esports world partners with EA Sports to launch 4th season of ePremier League, which each team having their own ePremier League team. Further, with each F1 team having their own F1 esports team. Trends for graduate market: graduate recruitment numbers decreased in 2023 following an increase of vacancies during the coronavirus pandemic. Against predictions of increased employment due to the vacancies, recruitment fell by 6.4% each year, showing the impact that COVID had on increased unemployment both pre and post pandemic. The sports industry offers a diverse and expanding range of career opportunities, supported by a sector worth over £70 billion and employing hundreds and thousands across the UK. Growth across health, fitness, performance, sport, and technology and media demonstrates a broad ecosystem of roles, from coaching and therapy to analytics, marketing, and esports. Employment trends show a steady rise in job availability, driven by sector growth, technological innovation, and increasing demand for data-driven performance and fan engagement roles. However, rising graduate applications and competitive entry pathways mean that securing roles require strong skills, experience, and adaptability. Long-term initiatives from organisations such as Sports for Development Coalition, British Council, and Sport England highlight commitment to building a more skilled, diverse, and future-ready workforce. Meanwhile, short-term trends like AI, wearable tech, immersive media, esports are reshaping the industry and creating new graduate pathways. Furthermore, I've learned from this process the importance of adaptability in the diverse workspace of today. With regards to adaptive skills, as the impact of being one-dimensional can restrict employment progression, I feel acquiring new skills and ways of working will allow me to stay ahead of the curve and give me a better chance of employment in such a competitive employment landscape. This can be acquired through various different pathways I have identified. However, this comes with new and fresh opportunities, which is an exciting concept when entering the sports industry, as it shows growth, which is good for the sport industry, and graduates looking to integrate into it.